Hello everyone, welcome for this new tutorial. Today we'll have a look on how to make jewels, and we will model a Celtic ring with Celtic knots on it. So for this tutorial we need two things, two add-ons. The first one in edit preferences here, it's the extra object, add curve extra object here. So you search for extra and you will find it. The second one is something that you will have to download here. So you go into your Google page, search for Jewelcraft, and here you will find the GitHub page of Michael Hashinsky. So really thanks for him. He did code a fantastic add-on here for those who likes to create jewels. It's really incredible. So just go there, it's free. You just download the .zip, then you will have the zip, and you just go to install and install the zip, and you will have in the end Jewelcraft enabled here to enable there, and here you will find the tab of Jewelcraft. Okay, so the first thing we'll do to make this project, it's going into the Jewelcraft add-on. You see a set unit, so to have the right units, to not model in meters but in millimeters. So it's important to make this. Then we will use the cube. You can remove those two objects there with X and select the cube and go in edit mode with tab, just like that. Now we go with the number 3 here to have the face selection mode, and the two here, the two faces on the extremity here, you remove the faces like that, just to keep this kind of surface here. Then after you make a SX and you give a shape like that, kind of bar, so it will be our basic ring here, this. Okay, so we will add a curve modifier to it, and SZ, just like this. And now inside view, in orthographic mode with numpad 3 and 5, you can check the profile of the ring when you will make a cut. So let's make something with 4 millimeters SY for 2, okay, because it was 2 already, and then somewhere about this. Okay, yeah, it will be good. When you have this shape, this overall shape, you can add some loops here to make the curve. So we will add 129, so it has to be a non-even number to have a loop in the center, because we will bend here everything and it will join up somewhere here. So now in object mode, you can come back into this add-on and go to the curve and add a size curve. We will take a USA here size. We will take 6 size, maybe something like that, and you see that the diameter and the circumference are updated with this. You can choose whatever size system here. So I just go with OK, and it will add automatically a curve and a modifier into the object that was selected here. So we can make a stretch and it will go all over here like that. You can use the top here or the under, so it will go under the curve or on top of the curve. So what we want is usually go on top of the curve, because usually it's the size of the ring, the inside diameter like that. So let's go for this. We have the ring. We can call this ring. Always important to rename things and organize well your projects. It's important, especially in this case, you will have a lot of objects in the end. So now the next step will be to go into this ring and to make a more interesting shape into it. So you can see that you can enable the modifier into edit mode or not. In the beginning we will not use it, we will just keep it like that. I will just add a loop there with Ctrl R, okay, keep it in the center with 0 and enter, and then Ctrl B just to add something like this, and Ctrl B1, you will have 2 millimeters wide like this shape. Okay, then I will make an extrude just to have a kind of ray like that. Okay, then I will remove the side faces that I did created just there and there. Remove the faces just like this with X. Okay, we really need no surface at all there, because actually when you see what's happening in edit mode there with the modifier, so the modifier is joining the curve here, so it will be a problem if you have some surface here when you will have to export, for example, for 3D printing or whatever thing you want to do with that. Then we will just come back here and select the loops over there with alt click, shift alt click, and again shift alt click, and then Control B to add a little bevel there. Not something too big, just to add a little of shape like that and have something more interesting. Okay, not a lot of, yeah, maybe 3 like that. It's good like this. Okay, so now we have this shape. We will make a shade smooth, and we will add another modifier, normals here, smooth by angle. So it's the new modifier here that helps to make nice normals. Before it was shade smooth here by angle, or yeah, but I prefer to use this now, even if some people don't like it that much. I think something maybe that might change it in the next versions of Blender. So what we want to do here is to add the celtic knots here. Okay, and we will add some diamonds all over the shape like that. So this is what we want to do. So first of all, we will create the celtic knot. Okay, what I want to do is to create a new collection and call it knot. Right. I will add just a simple, it will be an object that will create the knots. Just for example, and just to show you how it works. So I will add just a mesh cube here. So okay, and I will just subdivide the mesh with 2, yeah, let's say 5, something like that, just like this, to have more divisions. And now I will go into object. With this object selected, I will go into not object, curve, knots, and celtic links. Okay, and it will create this directly all over the place, and with really all the nice knots that you can see now how it works like that. So you have really knots like this, but it's the faces that are under into our cube that will create this geometry. So it's important to understand that. So to generate this all over the ring here, we will have to create another, because here we will have too much, I would say. We will have too much in edit mode here, we can really see it. We will have too much faces, okay? And it might create something too thin. I would like something bigger, so with less faces. So in my experiments, I did find out that a mesh with a cylinder like that and 64 with 64 faces like this, okay, you can manage all of it just from here like that. So you can play with the radius and everything, with the rotation. You can just remove the faces on top and under. You can just make a rotation, like a rotation on X, 90 degrees, just like this. Not location, rotation here. Yeah, and you can increase the radius just like that. Okay, it has to be over the geometry and inside the ray like that. Okay, then when it's done, you go inside edit mode and you make Ctrl R to make 2 loops like that, and it should be enough. So yeah, something like this. I found out that it works well with the Celtic knots that I just showed you. Okay, so now what I would like is to add the knot itself. For doing this, maybe I will hide the ring and focus only into the cylinder object. So this one will be the knots generator, and we will hide it in the end. So knot, yeah, just like this. Okay, and now I can add into the curve here knots, Celtic links. It did create something weird because I have a rotation into this object, so I will just go there. Here you can see that I have a rotation 90 degrees on this object. So what I do, I will make Control A rotation. Now it should solve the problem. I go into curve, knots here, Celtic links, right, and we have all nice Celtic links. So what I would like to add here, I want more geometry, just something like that. Okay, I will increase the wave up a little bit, just to make it a little more, yeah, like that. It's not bad, and you can play with the settings, you know, wave up, wave down, to have something that suits you. I like this shape. I'm happy with it. Now I can hide the knot generator, and I have really a nice object that I can play with. You can just make a ring just with that. Actually, it's simple as this, but we'll make something a little more complicated to put inside this. So what I will do, I will go inside view, sorry, and see if overall the shape is going under inside enough. So I will make a S just like this, and SY to put it a little outside like that. Okay, and like this I will have this nice shape. Okay, it's good to have an overlapping like this. The overall design will be strong. Now I would like to add the little diamonds. So what I will do, I will make a new collection and call it diamonds. Very simple. And Jewelcraft has something very nice. It has an add gem here section, and you can choose all the diamonds that you want. So I don't know why it doesn't show it, but usually it works well, and you will have a diamond here. Okay, and here again, if I add a gem and change it to cushion, so okay, I will have another kind of gem. Okay, you can even choose here the kind of stone that you want to add. For example, a ruby here will be red or something like that. Let's make it with emerald and with just a diamond shape, so just a round here like this. We'll make OK, and what I will do into the side view again, I will just verify if the gem is not too big. I will say it's too big here, so it's 1. You see that it will go a little with the bevel, it will not work. So I would say that maybe 0.9 or 0.8 maybe might be good, 0.85. And let's add this and see if it will work well. Yeah, look at this. It's very nice and beautiful. So I will make RG to put it back here in the center. And I have to create here a curve that is exactly at the same position that I want to put, kind of direction to put all the little gems here. So what I will do, you have 2 solutions for that. You can just add a curve like that, just a simple curve, circle, and make a rotation 90 degrees into the x-axis, then scale it up, put it into the right size, and make a GY, sorry. Just put it like that and scale it down. Okay, you will have something good. Just don't hesitate to go back into the the option there and increase the value there like this, it will be really over. So you will have something that might work well. And the second solution is just to go there, make a Control R like that, okay? Make Shift D, P to select to make the selection another object, and make a right click and convert to curve, and you will have a curve as well. So you just have to put it here in the right place. So both solutions are good. It depends on your project. So I will take my second solution here. I will remove this one, so delete that one, and I will come back with the gem selected first, then the curve selected after, and I will use here into the jeweling, I will use the distribute on curve option. So you see that now we have the gems that are distributed on the curve, but we don't want it like that. We can play with the settings here. So the quantity depends on what you need. I will put something like 60, or 60 might be good. I like it. Okay. And I will make a rotation. You see that you have the rotation like that. It's not really what we want. It's the tilt that we want to manage. So the tilt has to be 180 like this. And now you have really what you want, just to, and you can play around with that. What is good too is that I can use the cutters, not the cutters, but the prongs. When you have everything selected like this, you can just go there and use prongs. And look, you will have directly the prongs can insert in real after the gems, okay? So you can play with the settings. Here I have an overlapping that I don't like that much. It goes outside, so you can play with the position value to put it a little more inside, just like that, okay? Now we'll have something good. I would like to make everything in the other place, so in the other side. So I will select everything there, select objects, except the ring, okay? I don't want it, the ring, the curve here. And I will use here a nice function. It's the mirror with an instance and z into the y-axis, and you will have everything. I did it 2 times, sorry. So mirror here, just the y, okay, just like that, okay? And you will have the ring. So very easy to manage. So that's it. And for the modeling part, more or less it's done. The only thing that you will have to do if you want something perfect and maybe to export it in STL, it's to make a duplication of the gems itself, or just to select all the gems. So you can just select it like this and use the select by thread stone, and you will have all the gems again, and use here the cutter like that, and it will create some cutters that you can use to make Boolean operations if you want to make some holes here on to have really the real geometry. We will not make it here, it might take a little some time, but just to be sure that you understand that you can use that, so it's important. And now how to render this. So I will use the file that I provide here on Blender Market. Where is it? My storefront here. You can have a look on this too. First of all, the jewelry creation full training. So okay, you will have the possibility to play around with all of the settings of Jewelcraft and Blender to create some nice jewels. And I will use here an asset library that I use too. So it's the asset for making some jewels as well. So you have a lot of little shapes and basic shapes to can create jewelry easily. So I will use that, and some materials, some shaders too, and some studio setups as well. So I will use that to show you how it works, but Actually, it's not really that difficult to create, so it's just to show you how it works to make a nice render. Here I will put this inside this. No, it will not work because it has to be outside this. Yeah, and maybe put this into a new collection that I would call mirror. Okay, and let's call the next one, the next collection, studio. Okay, good. Now we have the studio collection, and to use this I will just go into cycles to have some better rendering. GPU compute, the denoise option here into the viewport, reduce the max sample here, just 258 or 56, just like that, might be okay. Use the denoise as well, and that's it for that. Now I would like to first of all add some lightings, so I will go there and I will go into the asset browser. So it's just some HDRIs that I did choose to have a really good lights. So maybe I might just use this one, okay, and you will have directly some lights. It's the same here for the studio. You can just add a studio just like that. You have different kinds of studios. Some are for just the rings, some are for the necklaces. So yeah, you can play around with that if you purchase the file. But here you just add the studio, put it at 0, okay, and use the instance, not use the instance value. Like this, you can go into the camera view and you see you have directly a nice render setup, easy to manage. Okay, you can play with, for example, into the you can go into the shaders here. I just go into the asset JWorks library, it's more understandable. So you can go with the shaders, and inside the shaders it's well organized. You can see that you have the backgrounds, the gems, the middles. So just for the backgrounds you can play with black setup, black reflective setup with a white matte, with a white reflective. So very easy to manage. And here I will just select my empty and put it a little down. Like this, the ring will be really over the surface. And so that's it. Let's choose, for example, a black reflective. You can choose some other studio lights, for example, just click and drag and see what's happening. It makes different ambience, and yeah, you will have something beautiful at the moment, and you will just keep it like that. Okay. Maybe let's add some shaders to have more beautiful things to see. So let's add maybe let's play around with the gold 24. So we'll add some gold here, we'll add some gold there, and maybe there too on this object, like that. And now you will have something good, okay? And after, you just play around with the studios just to see if you find something good, okay? You can play with the rotation, okay, just by managing the animation like that. So let's say I like this one, okay, and after, yeah, just play around with the lights and see what is good, what is beautiful. I like this one as well. All of them works well, actually. Maybe I will keep this one. It's quite realistic. I like it. And then after, what you can play with too, the basic materials on the basic shaders are not that shiny there. You can make something that pumps out a little more just with the right settings here. So what I do usually, I just use add shader to add more reflections into it, more lights into it, and you see it pops up directly more. So, and you can play around. If it's too much, you can play around after just with a mix shader and play with the first, the second, like that, and you add more or less, okay? So depending of what you want. Me, I would like something like that. I found it good now. and that's it. You will have a nice ring ready to render. So don't hesitate to play with all the settings. Just make F12 a little, maybe compositing to add some reflections and glares and things like that, and you will have something perfect. So that's it for this kind of modeling. I wanted really to show you the basics of the Jewelcraft add-on that is really good. And that's it for this tutorial. Happy blending, everyone.